Bom dia, boa tarde ou boa noite e bem-vindos ao PokerStars Championship nas Bahamas, o primeiro do seu género, e, como claro está, o time PokerStars para o Jason Somerville tinha que ser entrevistado por nós. Hello, Jason.
How are you? What's going on?
So, it's your nth time here.
Yeah.
So, what you advise me to do not miss and something that I should skip?
Well, I would say that you should probably not miss the aquarium thing they have here. It's really amazing, the setup they have in the main room. If you just walk through that, it's really cool. They have all these different fish life there. I always make a point to walk through there at least once while I'm here. And the weather is actually pretty good this year so far. I've heard people usually are surprised at how cold it is, but it is January, but it's heard it's actually pretty nice.
It's winter above the equator, so...
Sure, yeah. It's getting a little. It's not so bad this year.
Perfect. So about 2016.
Yeah.
Good year, bad year, high point, low point.
I think that was probably the best year of my life. So pretty good, all in all. 2016 was really my first year where I was clearly on a path. I knew I was going to stream a lot. I streamed last year for close to 1,000 hours on Twitch last year. I would say my high point. There were a lot of high points last year, honestly. Like I can start at the beginning of the year. I did the broadcast for the PCA last year. I did the Aussie Millions broadcast last year, which was one of the crown jewels of my content creation life. That was awesome, doing all those broadcasts from Crown. Streaming from New Jersey, being a part of all of that promotion in New Jersey. Online poker, PokerStars returning to America. That was a big thing.
Let's pick up on that point, because PokerStars just returned to Portugal.
Yeah.
How's the things in the States?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see the PokerStars back in New Jersey. Everything is going great there. It's something that is near and dear to my heart as an American. I would love to be able to play PokerStars from the comfort of my own home. Watching other things like daily fantasy sports in America are very popular, which is not that different from poker. Just to watch that get legalized and taxed everywhere, it both gives me hope and also agitates me, because I'm like, let's make this happen, please. But I'm glad to see that worldwide people are kind of embracing a regulation approach and smart regulation. Some of the European countries are changing their rules, are opening their borders, and I think we're seeing poker kind of evolve into its next form, which is nice.
Awesome. It's weird to have poker without Americans. Really, really weird.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, look, I hope we see a day where we can all kind of play in a mostly world-shared liquidity environment. It's been a weird 10 years. Yeah, fingers crossed. But one step at a time, though, for us in America. It's unfortunately going to have to be like a state-by-state basis for now, unless President Trump does something crazy, which is possible.
Yeah, it's possible. One of the things I'm definitely not scared about him is about revenue or finding ways to extra revenue or extra tax things.
For sure. I mean, look, I don't think it's necessarily going to be like a slam dunk that's definitely going to happen or anything, but I do think that if there was somehow, if somehow it landed as an issue, I think that he would be like, yeah, of course, tax online poker, sure, why not? So, hey, there's one upside there.
Perfect. So, 2017, what's your expectations to your line of work or to the poker in general?
2017 I think is going to be a continuation of last year for me. I think I learned a lot of lessons last year about what I enjoy doing, and I think I want to try to opportunity select very hard. I feel like in 2016 I said yes to a lot of things that ultimately weren't maybe what was best for my happiness and maybe even like my bottom line generally. But I was okay with that. I didn't mind trying different things. We did 3 run-it-up events last year. We did 2 in Reno, 1 in Calgary. All 3 were very successful. We had great turnouts in all 3 events. I'm still planning on we have run-it-up Reno scheduled in April. We're going to do another one in the fall this year as well. So I'm excited about those, but my plan for this year is to mostly just stream. I think last year I did a lot of broadcasting from New Jersey, which is fun, but the prize pools are a lot smaller. There's something really nice about playing from Canada, where I can play with people from any place on earth. Come play with me. Our home games on PokerStars were very successful. We would get 800 runners for like a 8-game $1 buy-in tournament, and we ran triple stud tourneys, and I really like being able to play in the global pool because we can run these things together. I can say, hey, come play with me right now. It's going to be fun. It's a beautiful part about Twitch that we can have that kind of engagement, and I want to do more of that and kind of just live in a place where I can stream. I like streaming 7 days a week, 5-6 hours a day, and just kind of get into that rhythm and not deviate too much from what I'm good at.
Excellent. You're the perfect person for my next question, because with the return of PokerStars.pt, there's a lot of newcomers to the game and a lot of people returning to the game, thinking about different ways to grab content with platforms like Twitch and other stream sites.
Yep.
So what's your tips for newcomers, people that still don't know much about the game, but especially tips for broadcasters?
Yeah, so let's start with the broadcasting tips for one, because what's changed a lot is obviously the advent of live streaming and Twitch, that now anybody with a webcam and a microphone can broadcast themselves playing poker, and you can watch people that broadcast, whether it's me, Nanonoko, Elke, Felipe. There are some Portuguese streamers that you can listen to and learn from.
You have Andre Coimbra making his live stream also.
Okay, nice.
PokerStars Pro Online.
Yeah, that's great. There are plenty of places you can go and watch, and the power of Twitch is unreal, because you can watch people like me or all these great players. You can watch them, see what they're doing, listen to why they're doing it, and if you have a question, you just go, hey, why did you do this? And if they're a good broadcaster, they'll read and respond to you, and then you're talking to one of the best players, some of the best players in the world, and getting to see what they're doing. It's such an amazing learning tool. So as a player, I would highly recommend checking out sites like Twitch. There's some great content on YouTube as well, and kind of embrace that new platform. And if you're a broadcaster, I always say that there are 3 major tips I would give to someone. One, you have to be consistent. You can't just broadcast once, take 2 days off, broadcast again, take 3 days off. Your fans have to know when you're going to be broadcasting. Step 2, I would say, is to be welcoming and warm and friendly. I feel like the audience you have, whether you have 1 viewer, 100 viewers, or 10,000 viewers, you want to try to foster welcome. Let's have fun. Let's be positive. Let's try to work towards something. We're all here to enjoy this game and to learn and to improve and to have a good time. And I think you want to kind of keep that in mind with all of your actions. And I think lastly, you want to try to be unique in some way. And whether that's by a certain language or by you play mixed games, you play tournaments only, you play spin and goes a lot, or whatever the angle you want to use, do something different than what's already being done.
Yes, that seems very important, especially now that's a lot of choice of broadcasters and options to check out poker. About Portugal, have you been there? Want to go there?
I've never been. I've heard so many great things. Generally, I've been only to London, Isle of Man, Dublin, and Monte Carlo. Those are all my European destinations. But I would love to visit one day.
Sure, maybe in a PokerStars live event, a festival of some sort.
That would be great. I would love that. You never know these days when these things will pop up.
Excellent. So we can conclude now. I wish you best of luck for the Bahamas events and for your broadcasters. I'll keep an eye on you.
Thank you.
It's easy. Just go online and best of luck.
Runitup.tv. Easy game. Thanks for hanging out. A lot of fun. See you guys.